What a do, Skibbity Boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and if you haven't already seen it, Hi-Rez has released a cinematic trailer for Tsukiyomi, the next god coming to SMITE. I'm gonna have a couple images in the background. If you haven't already seen this trailer, you should definitely go and check it out. I'll have a card for that trailer at the end of the video. For the rest of the video, we're gonna be talking about all the information that we know about Tsukuyomi. We are going to be using a Datamined website, and I'll have the link to that in the description. So with data mining, all of this is subject to change, but we do have a few possible hints for what his kit might look like. For Tsukiyomi, we do not know what class of character he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be a mage or a guardian, and we'll get into that in just a second. I think he's probably going to be an assassin or a warrior, just like his sister, Amaterasu. For all of this data mined information, we're going to assume that it is all true, and then speculate on what his abilities could be based on the information presented. For his basic attacks, it says that it is chained melee, and then it has two forms, the basic Mangetsu and the basic Shingetsu. In the Mangetsu, or full moon form, it is ranged, projectile, power hit, and in the basic Shingetsu, it is opposite to full moon. It is ranged, projectile, power hit, and debuff. Then there's also a note that says, I see info about 6 hits. I'm not sure if his basic attack have 6 kind of hits, probably 3 for each. Power pool. Multiple abilities refer to this in order to be able to be fired. I'm not sure if he actually doesn't use mana or if he has a secondary power pool. When something is fired, an ability or whatever it is consumed 1 from power pool. The pool has a total of 6. I think this pool is linked to the clones, which we'll get to in just a second. The last data mining, it was linked to the basic attack, so it's probably a boost for his ability or hits. Ability 2 and his ultimate work with this. Not sure about his first or third ability. So let's go ahead and break that down just a little bit. So his basic attack is going to be chained, which means it's going to deal different damage values based on how far you get into your chained melee attack. It is going to have 2 forms, and it seems that the Shingetsu, the second form, applies a debuff and is better than the basic form of Mangetsu. There is a power pool which somehow ties into his second ability and his ultimate, which we'll get to in just a second. You can have a stack of 6, so if I had to guess, I would imagine that it is either a situation like Kukulin, where he doesn't have mana and he has his own separate meter for using his abilities, or it is some kind of situation where he can stack his power, and then that will allow him to enter his leveled up version, if he has a leveled up version of the basic Shingetsu, and then he'll be able to apply the debuffs, and as he uses abilities or basics in this form, he's going to consume the power. For Tsukiyomi, we know that his passive is going to have stacks, it's going to have a health heal, and it's going to have a mana heal. This is probably going to tie into his power mechanic that we talked about earlier. For his first ability, we know that it has a hit effects, it has a pickup effects. The projectiles on the one are going to be shuriken that can reach a total of 10 feet distance. There's going to be a cooldown reduction of 0.40%. They're going to return to Tsukiyomi, and the shuriken will explode when they collide with other actor while returning, then disappear. So based off of this, it sounds like his first ability is going to enhance his basic attack. And based off of this ability, I would assume that he's either going to be an assassin or a warrior. And if that is the case, it'd be pretty cool to have a assassin or a warrior whose basic attack can be enhanced to turn into a ranged basic attack. And it sounds like as you hit gods, you're going to reduce the cooldowns of something by 0.40%. And that there's going to be an explosion, so it probably has some kind of AoE effect as well, or some kind of cleave. I think this ability is going to be really good. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if he is an assassin or a warrior. I am leaning towards assassin. For Tsukiyomi's 2, we know that is going to be a cone attack that can hit up to 3 times. It's going to apply a disarm. It has a hit effects and a main hit. So based off of this, we can tell that the cone attack is going to apply some kind of disarm. And I think the question here is going to be, do you need to land all 3 of the cone attacks to apply the disarm? Or is it going to be a situation where you only need to land the last one? Whatever it is, I think this ability is definitely leaning towards an assassin. It sounds like you're going to be able to get really close to an enemy hunter, get in their face, disarm them, enhance your basic attack, and then deal some damage. For his third ability, the Datamined information states it has a ground effect. It has a slow and AoE effect of about a 25 radius. This ability seems to move, maybe a mesh or FX that moves. Not sure if it moves 7.5 units of distance or more. So whenever I read that, I think of one of two things. The first thing that comes to mind is a Nuwa one, where she's able to cast something on the ground that moves forward and provides her stealth. I think it would be pretty cool to have some kind of stealth mechanic working on an assassin, other than Loki, that is. The other thing I think it could be is a Cthulhu Dash or something similar to a Cthulhu Dash, where the god actually travels faster than the projectiles or effects that follow behind him. I think either one of these would be pretty good, but it sounds like this third ability is going to be some kind of dash or some kind of movement ability. And finally, we are at Tsukiyomi's ultimate. There is a lot here, and I will try to put it all together at the end, but it states that it is a projectile, listens to passive stacks, fire rate is about 0.4. I don't know if that means to be 2.5 shots per second, has a max ammo count of 4, is a dash hit, marks enemy. Whatever the ultimate does, it affects the enemy target list, spawns clones at 0.10 seconds, and then they persist for 0.2 seconds. I think 6 of them spawn, can hit up to 3 times, then explode. It's probably a mix of projectiles that pass through when clones spawning around and hitting, or maybe it's just 2 different versions, but the clone one is the newest. So it sounds like the clones are tied into his ultimate, and same with his passive. There's some kind of dash and mark going on, with clones being spawned that explode. So whenever I read that, I think of possibly a Apollo dash, where it's like a narrow dash, and at the end there's kind of a circle where it's a larger area of damage. Something like that. Along the way, if you tag enemies, you spawn clones that deal damage and chase down the enemy for a little bit, maybe removing some protections. Sounds like you're able to shoot something 4 times while dashing. Maybe you dash forward, you can attack, and then chain onto another dash. And if you hit another god, you can chain on another dash, kind of similar to how the Achilles ultimate works if you get a execution, except for it's if you hit an enemy god. This is all purely just speculation, but all this information is out there. Some of it might be accurate, some of it may not, but we were here to discuss it and take a look for ourselves. Hopefully, this got you thinking about the next god coming up, Tsukiyomi. If you have not already seen the cinematic trailer for Tsukiyomi, I will have a card for that up above. Thank you for stopping by and listening to my speculation. I really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong. And hopefully there's something that we can learn together. I try to lower the SMITE learning curve to anybody who is interested. So if that is something you're interested in, please be sure to check out some other videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I want to know what your speculation on Tsukiyomi is. There has been a cinematic trailer, a few other teasers. There's a lot of hype going into this god. The cinematic trailer, I was so impressed with it. I'm glad that Hi-Rez is really stepping up their production value on these god releases. Baba Yaga had a pretty cool cinematic trailer, which was probably the best cinematic trailer up until this newest one. Once again, if you haven't seen the newest trailer, I highly recommend it. It's got me hyped for Tsukiyomi. Which classic character do you think that Tsukiyomi will be? I'm leaning towards Assassin. Do you agree with me? Disagree? Let me know in your comments down below. This is my first time making a speculation video on an upcoming god release. I thought it was an interesting process. I'm looking forward to doing it again. If you want more information about Tsukiyomi, I will be posting more information as it comes out. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.